Well, my lords and ladies, Jacob Potter speaking. For as long as I have been a fan of the Harry Potter books and series, I have been a member of House Ravenclaw. Ever since I made a decision, that is. I remember the moment I declared it for the first time. It was on my 14th birthday, and we were just gone to Warner Brothers Studios. I had no idea, actually. It was a complete surprise to me. And while I was there, I was thinking to myself about, my relationship to the Harry Potter books and what house I personally belong in. I hadn't really given it much thought up to that point, but for some reason, while I was there, something clicked, and I determined right there and then that I was a member of House Ravenclaw. In fact, I actually remember that when the tour guide asked if there were any Slytherins apart from herself in the room, no one said anything. She asked if there were Gryffindors. Everyone cheered. Well, not everyone, but a significant portion of people. Then she left a bit of a pause, and then said, Ravenclaws? I, of course, started cheering and, making a lot of noise, proud of my spontaneous decision. And there I was, the only one. Literally the only person who reacted. And Hufflepuff's got no one, so I guess that's better. So yeah, I guess if Fantastic Beasts had been out at the time, then there'd probably be more Hufflepuffs than not. So, I don't know what that says, but there you go. And, of course, I did take a few sorting hat quizzes across different areas, including the Pottermore one, to corroborate this decision, and they all came out as Ravenclaw. Sometimes I was quite close to being Gryffindor, which surprises me. If I were to pick a house that I think I belong to besides Ravenclaw, it would actually be Slytherin. Because actually, deep down, I am a very ambitious and cunning person, but I am genuinely more of an intellectual than anything else. That's not me talking, that's Pottermore. So, at least it was Pottermore, because recently, there's been kind of a rising trend on YouTube, started by, I think, the Super Cullen brothers, of redoing the Sorting Hat Quiz for 2019. New year, new house, as it were, at least possibly. So they did it first, and I won't ruin the results. I'll say that Seamus Gorman did a video afterwards as well, and after him, so did Vegard, both of whom I have followed for quite some time. And their results, without spoiling what happened, inspired me to do this video. So I will say that some of the people that I have mentioned obtained different results to what they were expecting or to what their house was originally. And yes, people's personalities do change year after year, and Dumbledore did say that he thinks that they sort too soon. And I completely agree with that statement, actually. 11 years old is no moment to judge someone's personality. I mean, even at 13 years old, you can look through my old videos and see how much my personality's changed. So, without further ado, I think I am going to take the Pottermore quiz once again. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, so I'm going to be here, and I'm going to sign up with my actual date of birth. Confirm. I'm going to sign in, I think, with the logo for, well, the email for my Spanish channel. And I think that's fair enough. Actually, no. Let's go for the one for my second channel. So I had to log in with a different email because I forgot my other one. Can I just say it would be a lot easier if there was a login with Google option for these. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. You can also discover your Patronus and your Ilvermorny house and the wand ceremony and everything, which I'm not going to do because, no. However, I do want to do this eventually. It depends. Wizarding World Book Club. Interesting. Wonder what books to read there. Anyway. Let's focus on the matter at hand. Be sorted and discover your house. the sorting ceremony. You can actually read the story, which no one actually does. I'm going to see. Ah, this is just the. This is just the origins of the sorting hat. It has made from remarkably few errors of judgment over the many centuries. Remarkably few. Okay. So much for never being wrong. Good grief, that's a major change of wording from what we're used to. Oh well, never mind that. Let us begin the experience. Forest or river? Such a great question. I would go with forest. If Discord would actually let me choose the options, it doesn't actually. There we go. What are you looking forward to learning at Hogwarts? Apparition and disapparition. You only learn that in your penultimate year, or last year, depending on how old you are. So yes, I think the 3Ds can wait. And every area of magic I can. Secrets about the castle. Well, we know a lot of those anyway from the books. All about magical creatures and how to befriend and care for them. Hexes and jinxes. Flying on a broomstick. Transfiguration. And then it goes back. I'm just going to say every area of magic I can. I mean, I'm all for, magical beasts and whatever, but I think I'm going to go with this one. A muggle confronts you and says that they are sure you are a witch or wizard. Do you ask what makes them think so? Tell them you are worried about their mental health or offer to call a doctor? Agree and walk away, leaving them to wonder whether you are bluffing. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Agree and ask whether they'd like a free sample of a jinx. Yes, that's how you got Azkaban in the old days. Right, I think I would probably. I'm not going to say I'm worried about their mental health and call a doctor because that's something that actually I was threatened with a while back. As kids you have really vivid imaginations and you always claim that these different worlds that you create are real. Or maybe that was just me and my group of friends. No wonder I'm a writer. But yes, that was a thing that my dad said actually very seriously and very angrily for some reason. And that's some reason that stuck with me, so I would never put anyone else through that. So I keep scrolling past the option. There we go. Ask them what makes them think so. And then tell Discord to kindly move along. Given the choice, would you rather invent a potion that would guarantee you love, power, wisdom, glory? Right. Well, first of all, love. We know what Professor Slughorn thinks about love potions, in particular Amortentia being the most dangerous potion in the room, next to Felix Felicis and Draught of Living Death, among the others. So, yes, probably best to avoid that place. If there was a potion that could grant you genuine love, still a bit manipulative, not going to lie, but we won't get into that, because I think that's something that comes from individual people. So I'm going to say wisdom. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? Between a tabby cat, three-toed tree toad, a harlequin toad, a dragon toad, a natterjack toad, common toad, barn owl, snowy owl, brown owl, screech owl, tawny owl, white cat, black cat, ginger cat, Siamese cat, tabby cat. And then we go back to the others. I'm going to choose, because as you know, I'm a songwriter, I'm a fan of rhyme. I love the three-toed tree toad. It sounds like something that Dr. Seuss would come up with. So, yes. I'm going to go with the three-toed tree toad, please. 4 boxes are placed before you. Which would you try and open? Let's see. Between the small tortoiseshell box embellished with gold, inside which some small creatures seem to be squeaking. The small pewter box, unassuming and plain, with a scratched message that reads, I open only for the worthy. The ornate golden casket standing on clawed feet, whose inscription warns that both secret knowledge and unbearable temptation lie within. The gleaming jet black box with a silver lock and key, marked with a mysterious rune that you know to be the mark of Merlin. And then we go back to the original. Right. Once again, I think I'm going to go with the original here. Mainly because of a sense of, human compassion. There's a small creature squeaking inside this box. Unless it's an Okami, because that would be bad. If we were to let an Okami loose, then we'd have a problem. But otherwise, there's just a trapped creature inside a box. Poor thing. If the other box opens only for the worthy, I'm sure they can find it. I mean, we know that the Sword of Gryffindor only appears to true Gryffindors, so yeah, that's something else I could never actually acquire. So who cares, really? Leave that to the worthy. Which of the following do you find most difficult to deal with? Hunger, being ignored, boredom, loneliness, cold, and cold, yeah. Well, hunger, I'm a university student. I think I could deal with that one pretty well. Being ignored, I like my alone time. I'm fine with that. Boredom, I can entertain myself pretty well, so I'm okay with that one. Loneliness, like I said, I like my alone time, but if I were to truly be lonely, which I'm not, I think I would find that difficult, but as I'm not lonely, I'm going to have to go with cold, because boy do I get cold a lot. It's actually a real problem. And yes, I know I'm wearing no sleeves at the moment. I was trying to show off my Ravenclaw attire. Hopefully it will grant me luck for trying to answer these questions honestly. Let me see. Left or right? I think this is the last one. And I have to go with right. Come on. Let me see. Discord, move out of the way. Ravenclaw. It is tradition at this point to try the quiz multiple times, but I only have limited email accounts and they've all got Pottermore, so I'm not going to do that and make unnecessary email accounts. Also that was a tradition started by Seamus Gorman, and the original Super Carling Brothers video only did one quiz. So as it is, I think I'm going to stick with this option. Personally, I'm quite content with that. I would have honestly expected Slytherin almost as much as Ravenclaw. Gryffindor seems to pop up for a lot of people, actually. And I definitely wasn't expecting Hufflepuff. So, yeah, there we go. So it seems that the new house, new me, or the new year, new house thing that's going along, somehow I've bypassed that system and I remain the Ravenclaw that I've always known that I have been. At least since I was 14. But I guess that's it for now, so please be sure to leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Comment what you get in this quiz. Not what house you are now, but what house you have got the last time you took this quiz. And hopefully have that be a very recent answer, as in with the last few days or so. See if we can get this challenge to even further realms. I say even further realms, but all those other YouTubers are immensely more popular than I am, so they've got far more reach than I do. But who knows, I thought I'd do my part. So, yes. On that note, until next time, mischief managed.